أقول لك اليوم من على ما تتعاون
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FIBA Asia Challenge 2016 Teheran Azadi Basketball Hall. Introducing players and officials. Game number 12 is Kazakhstan versus China. First Kazakhstan. Number 4, Number 5, Shane Kwan. Number 6, Ragin Fonisov. Number 7, Nikolai Basha. Number 10, Vasily Savchenko. Number 14, Vitaly Lavchenko. Number 15, Pavel Richin. Number 22, Askar Mazdekin. Number 23, Kadirjan Dubashev. Number 33, Rostam Utekin. Number 37, Mikhail Litvineyev. Number 45, Yuri Uzhan. Head coach, Mr. Edward Skripis. Now China. Number 5, Jimmy Chu. Number 6, Zhang Zhiheng. Number 7, Chun Fan, number 9, Shuai Yuan, number 11, Jichuan Liu, number 14, Yu Chen Zhu, number 15, Ziming Fan, number 20, Yanhua Zhao, number 21, Bingqiu Hu, number 22, Anlin Tao, number 13, Dapeng Zhao, number 33, Huan Wu. Head coach, Mr. Li Nan. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for national anthem of Kazakhstan. Please remain standing for national anthem of China.
Everyone, and welcome to the Azadi Stadium for the 6th edition of the FIBA Asia Challenge. It's game day 3 here in Tehran, the capital city of Iran, and it's the final day of action in the preliminary round of this 12-team tournament from the FIBA Asia zone. It's Group A action here on game day 3. This afternoon's match features China versus Kazakhstan. As you look at the combined officiating crew that'll oversee today's event. And at stage today are the final placings in Group A, as this is the last game in the preliminary round of action. Here is a China team that are very young indeed coming into today's game, coached by Nan Li. The average age of the Chinese team, just 22 years of age. In fact, there are 3 teenagers on the roster at 18 years each. China come into today's game with a perfect 1-0 record thus far in the tournament. They beat Jordan in their opening game comfortably by a score of 94-76, paced in scoring by Shuai Yuan, who had 19 points. And the starting lineup there for the Chinese. This is a very young team. If you're a fan of international basketball, you know the China lineup from the Olympics. It's a very young team indeed. In fact, only one of the players from this roster was with China when they were in Rio. And of course was Yu-Chen Zhou. Here now, the roster for Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan are winless as of now in the tournament. They lost their opening game to Jordan. They lost 71-89. And Pavel Michayev led the scoring effort for Kazakhstan with 20 points in the losing effort. Michayev, number 15 there, will start at the strong forward position, leading scorer thus far for Team Kazakhstan. Well, the players have gone through their warm-up. They're ready to tip it off here in the last day of action again in the preliminary round. My name is Liam Canny, and it is my privilege as ever to be with you this evening. A very warm welcome to you from wherever it is in the world that you are joining us. If you are a big fan of international basketball, well, the wait is over. The Olympics finished on the 21st of August. Here we are in mid-September, and things are running up and again. This tournament coming from the FIBA Asia zone. And just a quick word about this FIBA Asia Challenge. It is the first step in the qualification process for the 2017 FIBA Asia Championships. There will be a new and revised zonal championships in 2017. In fact, it'll be a new name, the FIBA Asia Cup, and it will include teams from the Oceania region, as the Oceania region will be absorbed into the FIBA Asia zone. And for fans of that region, they must be excited indeed, because it brings the Australians and the New Zealanders into the Asia zone, which will increase the competition for these young up-and-coming stars. Certainly the Chinese players, they're taking their final instructions from Coach Nan Li. He very well may play a huge part in the FIBA Asia Cup in the years to come, as the Asia region welcomes the Boomers from Australia. Both sets of players getting their final instructions from their coaches. It'll be Kazakhstan in the white uniforms, China in their characteristic red with yellow numbering. China are the 2015 FIBA Asia champions. They won that competition on their home court in Changsha. They're 16-time gold medal winners at the FIBA Asia Championships, but they've never, ever medaled at this event, the FIBA Asia Challenge. As for Kazakhstan, 8-time participants in the FIBA Asia Championships, they've never medaled. They came fourth in 2007. They have won silver here back in 2008 when this tournament was hosted by Kuwait. We've got a violation here in the first tip-off, and so the first possession will go to Kazakhstan, again in the white uniforms. China settle into some half-court man-to-man defense. If you're with us throughout the day, a very warm welcome back to you. We've seen 3 games. Fourth and final game from the preliminary round. Just a word about the format. Now, all the teams, there are 12 teams here in 4 groups, 3 teams per group, and every team advances to the second round, which is playing now for position in the second round groups. Kazakhstan in man-to-man defense, good fluency from China. Thrown inside early, the jump hook, rims out, second effort's off the mark. Good work inside, great pivot inside. China with the opening score. It's Hu with the basket. It's a determined effort in the interior. Kazakhstan looking to touch inside the low post. The jump shot, threaded. Kazakhstan draw level. That basket by Bashkin. You can see how Kazakhstan will stand off the interior players for China. Again inside, and Hu draws the foul. We'll get our first foul of the game. We'll get our first trip to the charity stripe. Shevstignayev with the foul, his first and the team's first. We're here in Teheran, the capital city of Iran. Iran are the defending champions of this competition. They won back in 2014. They won the game which preceded this comfortably over their rivals Iraq, 94-51. This tournament typically is a tournament of young up-and-coming players, but the Iranians have brought the senior national team here. Haddadi had 15 points in the win for Iran. The Iranian team has the same team that they brought to the World Cup in 2014. They're not messing around on home court. They brought the studs. We'll see how they fare in this competition as they try to defend their title. Well, China with some good pressure up the floor. Certainly unsettled Kazakhstan here early. Kazakhstan getting across the midcourt stripe. Pass inside. Easy scoop shot by Yevstignayev. Kazakhstan up here by a point. They're desperate for a win. Don't forget that opening loss to Jordan. Good fluency by China. Pass, found its mark ultimately. Jump shot, nothing but net. Offense by accident by China, but Fang knocks down the jumper. The captain with his first deuce. The ball pressure right at midcourt. Ilin really struggling under that pressure. For Pavel Ilin, the point guard for Kazakhstan, he's going to have a hard night. Trying to set the tempo here defensively. Here on the teams are talking to each other. Some good coaching, the teams communicate well. And China taking away the dribble penetration. Penetration kick. Shot clock running down. And just at the death of the shot clock, Pavel Ilin with a deep 3. Kazakhstan up 2 here with 2 minutes played. Well, apologies for any errors in the transmission. Great response by China as they come right back after the 3 by Pavel Ilin. Draw a foul. Sideline ball here for China. All Great execution on the inbounds play. Loose ball, kept alive now. Kazakhstan with numbers. It's a 3-on-1. Can they turn it into points? Well, the commentator's curse has just jinxed him. It's not often you see a 3-on-1 that ends up with anything but a basket or a foul. Kazakhstan just couldn't profit from the numbers game. Reset from the end line. It's a good determined play here by Yevtigneyev. Just put the ball on the floor and powered it in to draw the foul. China's first. The foul is on Zhou, his first, and the team's first. That was a pass inside. Yevtigneyev was getting a lot of touches early on, did everything right, just couldn't finish. Now China. China with numbers of their own. Here's Fang, who lines up a three. Count it! Oh, terrific fast break play by the Chinese as they push the ball down the floor. Find the open shooter. And again, the pressure on Ilin. He'll move it on one. Kazakhstan knocked down a three. Yevtigneyev signals to the bench. He wants a sub. The tempo is a little bit too much for the big fella. Well, Yevtigneyev now gets on the deck after the loose ball. Good defense by Kazakhstan. And we see the tactical foul. You can see the Kazakhstan coach looking for an unsportsmanlike foul, but the referees think differently, and the referees always win those debates, that's for sure. Fans, you can follow all the in-game stats. The FIBA Asia website, it's FIBA.com. For the FIBA Asia Challenge. On today's game, you can follow all the live in-game stats. With today's commentary. Aylin finds a corner in the shooter in the corner, and that's good. Well, Kazakhstan are on fire here to start this one. They've knocked down 3 threes. Leading China by 5 points. An electric start by Kazakhstan. Again, apologies for transmission errors, and again the Chinese with a perfect riposte to come back after the three from Kazakhstan and earn themselves a trip to the line. Lapchenko with the first foul. He sends Fang to the line. Sure, Fang is the captain of the team, and that's a good example as he knocks down both free throws. And 5 assists in the win on Friday night against Jordan. So China had a day off yesterday. The defensive intensity of China really, at least this possession, getting Kazakhstan out of their rhythm. It's a hurried shot by Aylin. He can't convert. The putback wouldn't go. Jaya was Johnny on the spot, just couldn't put it back in. China really such an up-tempo team. The three from the corner. It's Liu who knocks down the three. China are within a bucket as we approach the midway mark. The opening stanza here in Teheran. Again, Kazakhstan. Well, they're in dreamland right here in the first quarter. Another three. This one for the man off the bench. Ucheyev. He didn't get a touch early on. He's got his first points. And now some defense from Kazakhstan. Tactical foul from behind. Japanese referee with the call. Personal foul goes against Yuchen Zhou. Second. Supposed to coaches now go to their benches and start feathering substitutes into the game. Hard-nosed drive and a hard-nosed two. Kuzhanov with the bucket. He's just come in the game and he's got his name in the scorer's book. And Kazakhstan really doing all they can to erase the memory of the lopsided loss to Jordan. Shuafang comes right back to China. First turnover of the game here for Kazakhstan. Now can China profit? Can they turn it into points? Well, they want to get them quick, the Chinese. So he just grazes the front of the rim. Kazakhstan will come back the other way. Little Euro step by Aylin. And he lays it up and in with the left hand. Well, a little Euro step here in Asia. Manu Ginobili, the man who patented that move. Aylin with the two. Levchenko picks up his second foul. Pavel Ilin, the point guard for Kazakhstan, comes out. We've got our first time out here as China want to talk things over. We'll take a break from Tehran. This, the FIBA Asia Challenge of 2016. Pedigree, these two countries, pardon the pun, are a world apart. China knocking on the door, being one of the elite nations in basketball. China ranked 14th in the world. Kazakhstan a very distant 56th, but those world rankings belie these two lineups because both these teams, of course, are very young. They're not the senior national teams. Kazakhstan come out into the zone. China responds properly. They get the ball to the high post and knock down the mid-range jump shot. Good execution by the Chinese as they unlock the zone for Kazakhstan. And now the intensity and the pressure of the defense by China. Just a lack of discipline there. Cho with the foul. There it is there, his first. Team's fourth. Coach, that just frustrates you because you've done such a good job to get Kazakhstan out of their rhythm. Silly foul. An ambitious pass there from Kazakhstan leads to the turnover. China don't really pay because of the foul as Hook comes into the game. Both teams now on their second five. Kazakhstan went back to man-to-man defense, and the referee on the baseline saw some contact inside he didn't like. It's on Levchenko, and that is his third, and he will certainly have to come out to get some pine time. Well, Levchenko, we will see Baka, which is Russian, for goodbye from him for a little while. 3 fouls. He'll be rooted to the bench now for the remainder of the first half. with the foul. Kulapchenko. Yevstigneyev comes back into the game for Kazakhstan. China still trailing by 3 now. They're controlling the tempo of this game. See how unsettled Kazakhstan are because of the pressure, the length, the arms, the intensity of the Chinese, and then again another just lack of discipline. China, they do a lot right defensively. They force the ball away from the basket. We've got a Kazakh player who's just trying to manufacture something as the shot clock's running down. Show with the foul. There it is. It's just the little hand there, the left hand on the hip. The referee saw it, the trail referee saw it. It's a right call, no doubt about that. Just need a little bit more concentration on their defense. Kozhanov misses the first, knocks down the second. Free throw keeps Kazakhstan here in the lead in the opening quarter. Bounce pass to the post. Kazakhstan double down to the post. 3-point shot opportunities off the mark. We've got a push on the offensive glass. Great energy, great enthusiasm. By who? It's called for a little push. You don't mind that as a coach. Coach Don Lee won't mind that, as who's competing for an offensive rebound. It's called for the foul. And again, it's at the risk of repeating myself, it's the ill discipline here of the Chinese. They've got to press up the floor, and you're committing a foul in your own backcourt when you've got team fouls. So the foul you commit in your backcourt just completely nullifies the defensive pressure. It sends a Kazakh shooter now all the way down the end of the floor to shoot free throws. And it dissipates any pressure that you've been able to mount in your full court press. Well, the free throw rims out. So Nikolai Bashkin at the line. Can he make one of two? He does. It's that scoreboard ticking over for Kazakhstan. They'd love to go to the benches at the end of this 10-minute period with their noses in front. A great backdoor cut. China showing terrific fluency on offense. And that is just outstanding defense by Kozhanov, who read the pass to the corner. How many times do we see the penetration and kick to the opposite corner? But Kozhanov just sank to the level of the ball, got in the passing lane, took the ball out of bounds. Again, great anticipation by Kozhanov. That is no more than Kazakhstan deserved. The fast break opportunity. It's converted by Jaya, but it's Kozhanov with the steal that set up the opportunity. That's a nice touch from about 17 feet. Chinese interior players showing that they can step away from the basket as Fang knocks down the shot. He's down 2 meters 10. Now China. And with the turnover, who knows what to do with it when he gets both feet in the lane. Draws the foul here. See Coach Skripets just cheering his players on. Acquitted themselves very well here in this first quarter. Jingcho Hu at the line. Plays domestically in the Chinese league for the Lions. One of the 3 teenagers on the team, just 18 years old. Upcoming prospect for Team Dragon, as the Chinese national team is known. China relentless with their pressure up the floor. Rajanov, the no-pass offense. That's no good for no white jerseys who go to the offensive backboard for Kazakhstan. China, you can see how a little bit of love from the rim on the deep ball, but you can see how China want to get up-tempo. Here's the shot from distance. And the shooter's roll right there, a perfect demonstration of the shooter's roll. You only get that roll when you shoot a lot of shots in your home gym. Jaya, his shot's off the mark. It was a clean look, just couldn't convert. We're knotted up. China now with the chance to take their first lead. Foul here, and I've just been very impressed by the way that China can impose their tempo on the game. Skrzanov with the foul. China with a chance to take their first lead of the game. It's taken them 9 minutes to get here. Sapung Zhao. That's the first free throw. 26 years old. Makes it both. And with that, China have got their noses in front. Is that a portent of things to come? This is an interesting move here as Coach Skripets wants to bring Lepchenko back in. Lepchenko, as you can see right in the middle of your screen, is at the scorer's table. Now, Lepchenko's got 3 fouls. He's coming in on the offensive side of the ball, which is, you know, you might be able to live with this, but man, it's a cardinal rule as a coach to allow a player to get 4 fouls in the first half, let alone the first quarter. So Coach Skripets rolling the dice a little bit here as he takes a chance, brings his center back in the game. Deflected the ball out of bounds. Shevchenko to bring it in. Oh, great cut by Elin. Elin's shot no good. And you can see it's the pressure of China. Now, Elin makes a great cut. He catches it, he beats the pressure of China, and then he settles for a mid-range jump shot. Instead of attacking the rim, either drawing some help, maybe getting to the line, settle for that mid-range jump shot, which you'll get in any offense at any time, but it's the intensity, the pressure of the Chinese, which made him hurry the shot. Shuai Yuan toes the line, knocks down the first free throw. Second, he had 19 points to lead China in their Game 1 win against Jordan. Kazakhstan. Across the midcourt. Elin dispossessed not once but twice. China turning into 2 points. And they come right back at you with more pressure. Can Kazakhstan finish the quarter with a basket? A tip from behind. The Kazakhstan players are looking for calls. The Chinese don't stand on ceremony. They go right to the backboard. Well, it's relentless pressure from China. The referees are going to review this. Oh, we're going to see the shooter's roll here. We don't control the images, my apologies. We'll see if we can see those last images of the first quarter. Well, you score at the moment is 30-24. The red light went on just as the Chinese player released the ball from his hands, and it looks like that basket will count, and there it is. It's 32-24. Now China, with 40 seconds to play, China took their first lead 26-24, and then they scored 6 points in a flurry in 40 seconds to take an 8-point lead after what has been a promising opening start for Kazakhstan. Now the problem that Kazakhstan have is that they've conceded 30 points in a quarter. That puts China on pace for 120 points, and you can't win too many games if you concede that many points. Kazakhstan have to be careful because this pressure from China will continue to ratchet up. And they have to, first of all, handle the pressure and make good decisions once they get the ball over the half-court line. Because the pressure makes you hurry, and that's exactly what China want you to do. Spirited shout by the Kazakhs precedes their return to the hardwood. See if we can take that passion and enthusiasm and turn it into some heady basketball. Just a reminder, this is Group A action, and these 3 teams from Group A, Jordan, China, and Kazakhstan will all qualify for the second round. And they'll go into Group E. They will join 3 teams from Group B. Right now, those 3 teams are going to be Chinese Taipei, India, Philippines. Gilas Filipinas, surprisingly, 0-2 in this tournament thus far. A long way to go. Little shuffle cut. China. Down the pass to the low post. Good strong move, a hard-nosed move on a dribble drive to the basket. And Liu gets it up and in. His 4th point of the afternoon. Nice up and under. This is better from Kazakhstan. Iftigneyev with the basket. Change the complexion of the game with the zone. They do. Leads to a turnover. I just want to see the referees. Look, I watch a lot of basketball, and this is a 3-on-1 opportunity for Kazakhstan because it's ruined because a Chinese player at midcourt commits a touch foul. And the referees now have got to let that foul go because what was a 3-on-1 opportunity for Kazakhstan after a turnover by China has now led to an out-of-bounds play. Kazakhstan has no advantage gain. As the referees come to grips with these tactical fouls, which have become part and parcel with international basketball now, there has to be a way to solve this because as fans, we just don't see much fast break basketball anymore. Foul on Liu, which is second, the team's second this quarter. Remember, teams shoot 5. 2 fouls in a quarter. Iftigneyev right down Main Street and lays it up and in. Well, showing some good mobility is Mikhail Iftigneyev. That's 2 meters. He's 32. The second oldest player on the team. Good shot from distance. With the basket. Long pass ahead. Jayev turns it over. Chinese interior players are so good at posting up. They really work hard for position. It's Fan this time who commits the foul. But they're so physical and they're so fundamentally sound inside. We'll talk again about the way they pin when we see it. Referee's just sorting out the foul here. So the foul is on Ziming Fan. Plays for the Foshan club in the Chinese domestic league. referee just sorting out the substitutes with the Chinese coach, Coach Nan Li. Right to the basket. That's good recognition by Ilan. The rule is you keep penetrating till the defense stops you, and in this case, the defense didn't stop him, so he went right to the rim. Good play by the Kazakh point guard. It's just great movement by the Chinese. The shot's in and out, but just terrific play by the Chinese interior players who are offering themselves, showing hands. Ilan again. He's in the act of shooting. He started shooting motion. See what the referees decide. You can see what Coach Lee thinks about that. Those facial expressions need no translation. He's a bit disgruntled with the call from the referee. Here's Pavel Ilan, toes the line. Plays for the Astana Basketball Club. Kazakhstan, just 24 years of age. And he's the one player for me who can handle the pressure of the Chinese. He's composed with the ball in his hands. Kazakhstan, stay with the zone. They do, so it's an even front, 2-3 zone. You can see the two players at the top of the zone. Right into the high post. China finding the soft spot in the zone. Coaches will always tell you, get somebody in the high post in your zone attack. Well, China finding that player. And there it is, right in the high post. Oh, that's a tough shot. With the basket. Oh, with the Kazakh defense there. Tough basket by him. It's all individual stuff here from Kazakhstan. They don't move the ball as effectively as the Chinese. And I don't see this. The referees are going to call an unsportsmanlike foul here. And this foul is no different than the fouls that have been committed by the Chinese players. And that's exactly what the Kazakhs are arguing. Now, I might change my opinion on the instant replay. There's nothing in that. There's absolutely nothing in it. There's no difference in that foul to what the Chinese are committing. Let's just talk about that. The foul comes from the front or the side of the basketball. It's when the foul comes from behind that it's considered unsportsmanlike, or when the foul negates a clear scoring opportunity. And the miss of the free throw is just poetic justice. The reason that the referees have called this is because Hu has put on a little play acting, and he's bought the call. And that 1 of 2, and China will retain possession. So any new fans out there, on an unsportsmanlike foul, it's 2 shots plus possession of the ball. Shot from distance, off the mark by Tian Chui He. He's got some moves in the low post. Takes his defender to the middle and drops steps back to the baseline, finishes with the left hand. He has 8. Baseline jump shot. That's pure as you like. Screw with the basket. He's got 12. Pavel Ilan turns the ball over. Stepped out of bounds. It's just great Great ball move by the Chinese to try to unlock the zone. Three shot on the way, that's good. And China now really stamping their authority on this one. Fang has 11 points, China lead by 11. This is their largest lead of the game. Macheyev recognized the double team and stepped through it. It's an intelligent play by the 15 for Kazakhstan. He's the oldest player in the gym right now, Pavel Macheyev at 33. He gets himself in the scoring sheet. Well, with 5:30 to play, we'll take a break here from the stadium known as the 12,000 people arena. We'll take a break in the FIBA Asia Challenge 2016. Coach Pets here of the Kazakh team just giving some instruction to his team. We'll see if they stay in that zone. If they do stay in the zone, they've got to do a better job of denying the ball to the high post. See what adjustments they make defensively. And as for China, I think it's just going to be more of the same. Up-tempo pressing, up-tempo on offense. Kazakhstan come out, man-to-man defense. Shuffle the deck again. Close out, but an even better dribble drive by the skipper, the captain. Shua Fang with the deuce. Plays his club basketball in Beijing. 26 years old, he's the oldest player on the Chinese team. Now China come out with some zone of their own. There it is, 2-3 zone. Into the high post, Macheyev shot short, got his own rebound. The putback, that won't fall. Penetrating kick to the trailer, it's Fang, in and out. And right now China just everywhere. In the short corner. That is a terrific move by Hu. Caught the ball in the short corner, drove to the far side of the rim, and laid in the easy two. Good cut by Macheyev. He didn't get it, but the putback is up and good. Little offense there on the offensive glass by Bashkin, and you love those little hustle plays. When your team is coming from behind, someone's going to make a little hustle play like that. Kudos to Bashkin. Execution of the Chinese is really good. It's Phil with the basket. He's got 10 points off the bench. So Elan get away with the travel. Macheyev might have shuffled his feet. Shot. Strikes high. Rushan Koch. You can hear the Kazakh coach shouting, "Stop the ball, stop the ball, stop the ball," which is the first thing you have to do in transition D. But the Chinese are just so good. They move the ball so well. They find the open three-point shooter in the corner. And the thing about the Chinese, they just don't miss a beat when they go to the bench. Take a look at some individual scores now. China led in scoring by interior player number 21, who has 14 points. Jing Cho Hu, and then the captain, Shua Fang, 13 points. Qian Jui has 10 points off the bench. This is for Kazakhstan. Pavel Elin, the point guard with 9. And Nikolai Vashkin with 8 points. Pavel Micheyev with 7. It's a total team effort though from the Chinese. I mean, we've got 3 guys in double digits. Right now, we're still in the first half. Look at that. China with 10 assists. Anything over 20 for a game is considered outstanding, and they're right on track for that. Japanese referees just wants to make sure everything's okay. It's just precious seconds right now coming off the clock for Kazakhstan and their offense. Yevstigneyev. Oh, Yevstigneyev with a delightful post move. A little dancer's move right there, spin. He left his defender on the block as he went to the rack. Yevstigneyev's been a positive player offensively for Kazakhstan. Will count. Yevstigneyev with the foul. It's the mobility of Hu, though, that makes him so difficult. Here he is, putting the ball on the floor, gets the contact, and although Yevstigneyev was rooted to the floor, the contact is on his side. To get an offensive call, you've really got to get your body squared to the basketball, absorb that contact right in the chest. So Jin Cho Hu will step to the line to tack on the N1. Gets 17 points. He's still got 2 minutes to play in the first half. He's been nothing short of outstanding. 18, 2 meters 10. I think he's quite a prospect. Foul here. Kubashov just pushed his defender off of him. It's a frustration foul just because of the pressure of the Chinese defenders. They're so fluid, China. Got the ball into the low post. Who powered it up, couldn't convert. Then Fan with the rebound. Zimming Fan with the rebound, he was fouled. End line ball here for China. Shot rims out from the elbow. Maybe a little bit of play acting here from the Chinese guard. We'll see if we can see it. The contact on the elbow from the referee. Chinese players showing some nous. Shua Fang, captain here, toes the line, knocks down the first free throw at 26 years old. China just continue to push their lead up. Almost in each possession, they extend their lead. So Fang has got 15. continue to press. Full court pressure from China. There's the trap. That's Kazakhstan who pass out of it well. Wide open three. That's not bad from Kazakhstan. Three's just off the mark by Buzhanov. Trying to come right back with a three of their own. That's no good. Kazakhstan with the rebound. Tignaev. Jeff Tignaev with a three. Strikes higher. China don't stand on ceremony. They come right back at you. Looking to score. Transition at every opportunity. Oh, nice little pass. Even better defensive play by Kazakhstan. A little bit of humor here as one of the stewards threw the ball back onto the floor and struck the back of the advertising billboards and knocked him over. It'll give the Kazakh players a few more seconds to get a breather, which will be a welcome break for them. Just been outstanding. I've been extremely impressed with this Chinese outfit. Really good on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. Pressure and intensity. It's been unrelenting. Now remember, fans, that Kazakhstan led this game by as many as 5 points, and they led for most of the first quarter. China just didn't panic, stayed with what they wanted to do, stamped their authority on the game, played the game at their tempo, which means full court pressure. You push the ball on offense. Free throws converted by Zhengming Fan. With a quick three. That's no good. And that's what China want. They want quick shots so they can come right back at you. There's not a lot in this, really. I'd like to see the referees let this go because Yuri Buzhanov is trying to fight across the top of this screen. It's just his second, so it's not a problem, but sends a Chinese shooter to the line. Shuafang. He makes them both. The captain has 17. China, another turnover from the press. Oh, great look-away pass to the trailer. And Jin Cho-hoo with the flush. China's 15th foul, and I took them to task for their defensive intensity, or defensive discipline, shall I say, in the first quarter. Much better this quarter. So it's only now with 20 seconds left in the second quarter that they've committed their 15th foul, which sends a Kazakh shooter to the line. And for a team that have been pressing the full length of the floor, teach that type of discipline is impressive. Chayev knocks down the first free throw for Kazakhstan. Pavlovichev plays for the Krasny Gorilla Club. Kazakhstan, 33, he's the veteran of the squad. Terrific drive. And the basket's good. I think we have a moving screen here. We do. The score, the basket's wiped off, so the moving screen, which is committed by Ziming Fan. As it's an offensive foul, Kazakhstan do not get an opportunity to shoot. 7 seconds left here in the first half. Kazakhstan turns into points. Drive, and it drops. Well, China scored the last basket of the first quarter, right at the death as the red line in the backboard came on, and Kazakhstan come back in the second quarter to do exactly the same. The basket by Kozhanov, and here's your score at halftime. China with a comfortable lead, 65-44, as the teams go into the half-court dressing rooms. Here's a look at the stats, which tell the tale here. Look at China, they've been to the line 21 times as compared to only 8 for Kazakhstan. The battle of the boards decidedly in the favor of the Chinese. Of a +10 rebounding differential. And those 10 turnovers for Kazakhstan come as a result of the Chinese press. Well, we're in the Azadi Stadium. We're going to leave you with images from the first half. Come back and join us in about 10 minutes for continuing coverage of the FIBA Asia Challenge 2016. Welcome back to the Azadi Stadium here in Tehran. It's halftime in this Group A clash between China and Kazakhstan. China with a commanding lead at halftime. And unsurprised as you look at those fans, the Chinese fans, all smiles amongst those fans, as well there should be. Their team have been outstanding in the first half. In fact, China came out of the halftime changing rooms first, several minutes in front of the Kazakhstan players, who are right now trying to figure some things out. And I think this is good play by Kazakhstan. Get a touch inside early. And Yevstikneyev, who was a crafty player inside, gets himself a trip to the line. This is good coaching from Coach Skripets as he gets a touch inside. And I think throwing the ball inside is such a good thing, because how often do you see it? A player draws a foul and gets a trip to the line. Yevstikneyev knocks down the first free throw. It was a bright spark for Kazakhstan in the first half. The captain of the team with 11 now. So first blood to Kazakhstan. Defensive intensity now from Kazakhstan, and causes a turnover. So Kazakhstan will come out. Took a leaf out of the Chinese defensive playbook, extended their defense, created some havoc, and are rewarded with the turnover. Thielen again inside to Yevstikneyev, shaking the shimmy, draws another foul. Well, you can see China sent the guard to collapse down in a low post. Jingming Cho with the foul. As he protests his innocence a little bit. But again, something positive comes out of giving a touch to your interior players. Yevstigneyev offers himself and again draws the foul. He says, I want a bounce pass. He looks at the guard and says, give me a little bounce pass in here, Shevchenko. Little pin down screen. Shevchenko lines up the jump shot and got it. Good execution by Kazakhstan, who, to be fair to them, started the first quarter very well. Led through most of the first quarter. Certainly here in the opening minute of the second half, came up very well. That three strikes the rim. Tashkeen with the rebound for Kazakhstan. Here's Elin. Oh, good deep basket cut. Elin runs into a wall of red. It was a terrific deep basket cut by Jayev, didn't get it. Elin coughed it up and turned it over for Kazakhstan. Fluency from China. Yevstigneyev stepped out in the screen to give some pressure on the ball. You can see what Coach Sky Pence thinks about it as he apologizes to the referee for some histrionics. Referees don't like to be shown up, but more importantly for Yevstigneyev, it's his third foul. He looks over to the bench, shrugs his shoulders. He needs to keep his hands in his pocket now because it's so important to Kazakhstan on the offensive end. Diagonal screen here. Shot off the mark, Yevstigneyev with the defensive rebound for Kazakhstan. Reduced their arrears here a little bit. They trailed by 21. The start of this half. Here's the high ball screen. Elin. Terrific drive by Elin. He missed the shot. Yevstigneyev with the offensive rebound and the putback. It's a little space dribble by Yevstigneyev. He found himself a little far under the basket. Just one power dribble allowed him to get a better angle to the basket. Some experience by the 37. Kazakhstan. China, great execution. The shot from the baseline is short. Yevstigneyev with another defensive rebound. Tactical foul by the Chinese. So what a run here now Kazakhstan have put together to start this second half. They trailed by as many as 21. Now, just 15. Good sweep move by Elin, the runner, who won't fall. Yevstigneyev got a nose for the ball, kept it alive. A little bit of assistance there from Michaev. Kazakhstan earned themselves another possession. End line ball here for Kazakhstan. The ball reversal on the skip. Good defense by China. Yevstigneyev tried to get a pin, but it's the mobility of the Chinese interior defender that read the pass and led to a turnover. It's a good steal by Hanling To. And I think this is a good substitution here as Yevstigneyev will go out. He's out of gas right now. He's got the 3 personal fouls. Coming in for him is Lapchenko, Vitaly Lapchenko from the Astana Basketball Club. He's also got 3 personals. He's a little bit more size though at 2'6". Kick. And the 3's up and good. Steele with the bucket. On classic penetrating pitch basketball by the Chinese. That'll help them settle. That basket will really help them settle. nervy start by the Chinese. Michaev! Well, it's an unorthodox release, and he had Shevchenko open in the corner. He called his own number, and he got it. He's got a dozen. Nikolai Bashkin with the foul at the half-court line. Kazakhstan now coming out and playing with some resolve and some intensity, which is great to see. A lot of pride here in the second half. Foul here is on Lepchenko. I think that's his fourth. It is. So Lepchenko, Vitaly Lepchenko with 4 fouls. Remember, 5 fouls means a player steps out. Lepchenko now has to play defense with discipline. This is Quan Wu at the line, who plays for the Lions basketball club. Just 22 years of age. That's both free throws, and then China settle into their pressure. Just a little token man pressure up the floor. They can ratchet that up whenever they like. You can see how China work hard to keep the ball on the side. Once a side is picked, they don't want Kazakhstan to reverse it. Great anticipation. It's a steal. And China push the ball down the floor. Shot is off the mark by To. And Kazakhstan come back the other way. Little kiss off the glass and good. As Vasily Shevchenko knocks down the jump shot, acknowledges the pass. Kazakhstan trail by 15. Coach Skrajpet's really in the game with his team. Cheyev with the steal here. China had just 7 turnovers at halftime. Very good with the ball throughout most of this game. That is a hard-nosed drive and even better defense by Liu. I have just been extremely impressed with the verve and the enthusiasm with which the Chinese play this game. They're playing the game at their tempo, and as soon as they get their hands on the ball defensively, they want to break. But they break with discipline too. Guys run their lanes, they move the ball down the floor quickly. Any young coaches out there watching the way they move it, the break is not by somebody dribbling the ball. It's, you know, get it out of your hands quick, find somebody up the floor. Quan Wu knocks down both free throws. He has 4 points. Good play in the first half. Just a token amount of time, so getting some more minutes here in the second half, and he's repaying his coach with 4 points. China have committed their 5th team foul, so this will send a Kazakh shooter to the line. It's Yuri Kozhanov at the line, plays for the Almaty Legion Club, capital city of Kazakhstan. 26 years old, knocks down the second free throw. Kazakhstan are within 15. Now this is as low as they've been able to get the deficit. They get in here and get a stop. China's just so fluid on offense. The ball moves so quickly. And that is outstanding low post play by handling To. They really are a joy to watch, China, the way they share the ball, move the ball. They make cuts with belief. And the interior players have got skill. When it goes inside, they know what to do with it. Here's Penling Po, plays for the Shandong club. Missed the N1. Tignaev back in the game for Kazakhstan, who turned it over. And China in transition, the easy layup, puts the pass ahead, which leads to the easy score for Zhou. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Now the Chinese, if there's a man in front of them, the ball comes out of the hands of the man in front. Again, touches to Yevstigneyev inside. Yevstigneyev will toe the line and trying to make some inroads here in this deficit. This is the first free throw. A little annoyed with himself. Makes the second. A great crossover dribble. An even better bounce pass by Kwon Woo. But it was a Kazakh defender who had a foot on the ball, so with the kick ball, retains possession. Oh, great little look-away pass. Yevstigneyev's got to be careful now because the referees are going to warn him because he's on his fourth personal foul, and if it's a technical, he picks up the fifth. Yevstigneyev is pleading his case. We've got a timeout here by Kazakhstan. Well, Yevstigneyev feels like he's straight up and down. He's called for the foul. And would you believe it, he gets a technical foul as well, so he's just lost his discipline as Yevstigneyev. Kazakhstan now really up against it. Yeah, just to bring you up to speed now, so as we look at the numbers here for China, so Yevstigneyev picked up his fourth personal foul on the action. And as he protested, he earned himself a technical foul. So the technical foul in international basketball is the fifth foul, so he is out. And that is extremely unfortunate for Kazakhstan because he's been a bright spark here in the second half. So Mikhail Yevstigneyev will play no more part in this. The captain is out. He's got 15 points on 18 minutes of play, which is extremely productive. An efficiency ranking of 19. But he will play no more part in this game. Lapchenko, number 14, comes in to replace him. Of course, Lapchenko also in foul trouble of his own. A little adversity here for Kazakhstan. Well, Chenjui, number 6, shoots the 2 free throws because of the foul. This is the technical foul now, and as he's made both of his free throws, Coach Nan Lee says just stay at the line. So that is the free throw for the technical foul. Now it's possession to the Chinese. The three is off the block. Great job of boxing out by Bozhanov. China now show a little zone, 2-3 zone. This caused some problems for Kazakhstan in the first half. Three off the mark. Two with the rebound. Again, the pass ahead and the travel. And the referees are bang on here. There's no doubt about this. Seeing how Joe, who gets called for the travel, just handled the ball a little awkwardly when he caught the pass. Good flash to the high post by Lemchenko. But right now, Kazakhstan are living on jump shots. I'd like to get, you can see right there, there's Yevstikneyev with the towel on his back, just standing up in the lower left-hand side of your screen. Oh, nice pass. And the step through in the flush. Towel with the flush. But the feed just led him right to the rim. He does the rest. Elin probes in the dribble drive, his floater. That's off the back of the board. And the putback up and good by Micheyev. Good work by Micheyev. He has 14. China have reestablished their 21-point lead. Kazakhstan got it to 15. Corner three-pointer, in and out. Micheyev, his shot strikes iron. China now up to the races. The layup opportunity is missed. The putback is missed. Kazakhstan. Lemchenko, baseline jump shot. That's not the shot that Kazakhstan want. They do not want to get in a running game with China. Oh, the bank is open here on a Sunday in Tehran. Bank three by Zhao. And he has 5 points to his name. Opens up China's largest lead of the game. Elin right back with a three of his own. Into the high post. Inside out play by China. Positive drive by Tianju He, but he just lost the ball. Shot clock expired. Good defense by Kazakhstan. Less than a minute to play here in the third quarter. And you can see how Kazakhstan are spacing the floor, trying to make outside shots. Just watch the difference in if Kazakhstan stay in the zone and that's how China try to unlock that zone. China always flash somebody into the high post, which is what you want to do. Just get someone in the high post to make that zone collapse a bit. And there it is, right there. You can see the number 6 from China in the high post, steps out of the high post, and there it is. Chen Jui with the three. He's got 16 points. It's been a total team effort here by Team Dragon. Bank shot, no good. China trying to finish the third quarter with points. There's the pass ahead. Oh, great up fake. And it just wouldn't fall. A terrific head and shoulders fake to open up the shooting opportunity. But the shot from here, just a little bit off the mark. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it's China with a 24 lead, 87-63 here in the 6th edition of the FIBA Asia Challenge. China continue to press their advantage on the boards. They're +6. Look at China's 16 assists. That was a better quarter from Kazakhstan in terms of turnovers. They had 12 turnovers at halftime, just 2 there. If we look at the quarter score, go quarter by quarter, and this one was close. China won this quarter 22-19. It was the second quarter where really China stamped their authority on it. In fact, the last couple of minutes of the first quarter, China didn't lead until the last minute of the first quarter, and they scored 6 points in a hurry to finish the first quarter. They led by 8 at the end of the first, and at the end of the second, they led by 21. The second quarter score was 33-20. That's where the game really turned. Now Kazakhstan, it's a matter of going out, and the game may be away from them, but there's a lot of this tournament still to play. You don't win a tournament in the preliminary round, so it's about getting better. So Coach Skripets, no doubt, will send his team out with an objective. Can we win this quarter? Start there. Take something positive away from this game. This is a reminder if you're just joining us, China with a 1-0 effort here in the group. They beat Jordan on the opening night, 94-76. Kazakhstan are 0-1. They lost to Jordan on game day 2. China come right back. A terrific start in the drive by Huan Wu. Elin, his 3, no good. Offensive rebound. Good defense by China as He closes out the shooter. It's a tough shot by Elin. Pavel Elin. Shot clock was running down, had to get it off. The Chinese defender all over him. Tough shot by point guard from Kazakhstan. Good pass inside. The Chinese post players have been extremely impressive in how they pin a defender, get a defender on their back, show their numbers to their teammates, and off of their hands. There's Lemchenko in the high post. Couldn't get it, but he makes his own collapse. Great closeout in the Chinese zone. It's Yu Chen Zhou with the closeout. What about this Chinese team is they don't lose anything when they go to the bench. Elin with a deep 3, count it! Oh, Pavel Elin with a deep 3. And that'll bring some applause from his coach. Elin with 17. Shots on the way from China, no good. From Wu. It was a great idea to try and pick out Lemchenko. Elin, he looks at his teammate as if to say, what happened? Lemchenko says, listen, you got to give it to me nice and easy so I can lay it up and in. Don't throw me those bullet passes. Been a tough night for both players. There's the high post play we talk about. 3 seconds on her. But that's how you unlock a zone, trying to throw the ball into the high post. And the first thing the high post player does is looks down to the low post. Those two big guys got to stick together. You know, if the guards give you the ball, give it to your other big guy. Don't give it back to the guards and never see it again. Boom, the steal. Oh, great defense by Ilin. Numbers here, it's a 3-on-2. Ilin pulls up and calls his own number. Rattles home a 3. Pavel Ilin. 20 points for the Kazakh point guard. And that'll bring a timeout from the Chinese bench. Oh, Pavel Ilin with a purple patch of strong play here. His team, who trailed by 24, now trailed by 18. And we've seen it before. We saw it at the beginning of the first quarter. Kazakhstan came out and played well. We saw it at the beginning of the third quarter. Kazakhstan came out and took a 21-point deficit, brought it back down to 15. And now they've taken a 24-point deficit and reduced it to 18. And this means that Nan Lee wants to have a chat with his charges. Well, you're looking at the arena known as the 12,000 person stadium. It's the Azadi Stadium here in Tehran, the capital city of Iran. Of course, the Iranians are the defending champions. They won this tournament back in 2014 when it was in Wuhan, China. Iran won. In fact, Iran are two-time defending champions. They won in 2012. This FIBA Asia Challenge was in Tokyo. They have got a strong team here. They've got the senior national team here on home court. As I mentioned in my opening comments, this tournament renowned as a tournament of rising stars. We're seeing some of those potential rising stars here with this Chinese team. Just 22 years of age on average. The Iranians are not messing around. So this is the end. In fact, indeed, this is the last of the preliminary round games. So hereafter, the teams will go into another group. 12 teams into 2 groups of 6 for second round action. 4 teams advance in the second round, each group, and then we go to quarterfinals. It's elimination. Elin lost the hot hand. Forced that 3 as the shot clock was running down. Good steal. Pass ahead. Pass to Lepchenko. Lepchenko can't finish. Determined effort on the putback by Bashkin, but he couldn't convert either. And China just don't give up on anything. You know, they turn the ball over, they still fight, scrap, and compete to get back in transition defense. Skip pass. Get to the low post. It's a 3 seconds call. Block shot there by Nikolai Bashkin. Sending a little message to the interior Chinese players to say, I'm here. Stepped out of bounds. It's penetrated around the back of the zone. Pavel Ilin. And Pavel Ilin with his 10th turnover, so that's a number that he'll want to forget. He's got 20 points to his credit, but as a point guard, 10 turnovers is nothing short of criminal, really. We have to give a lot of credit to this Chinese defense, which is unrelenting, as is the work on the backboard by Yu Chenzhou. Oh, what an effort by the number 14 for China, not to be denied on that putback. Bichayev with the foul, but this man here, Yu Chenzhou, the only player on the Chinese team who played in Rio, the 20-year-old, showing why he earned a spot on the senior national team for the Olympics. Elin playing hide and seek with Levchenko's screen. His shot, no good. Levchenko with a rebound, good patience by Levchenko. Puts it up and in. Would you believe that's Levchenko's first basket of the night? Had 10 points in the loss to Jordan. Welcome to the party, Vitali. Still competing, still fighting. Credit to them. Trail by 18 as we hit the midway mark of the fourth and final quarter. Coach Skripec wants a timeout, so Kazakhstan will make their way to their bench. Come back here in a minute for sideline ball for the Kazakhstan team. Well, both teams break the huddle. Sideline ball here for Kazakhstan. Here's Zealand, top of the key. Shot clock, less than 10. China with a steal. And a finish. Great steal, great finish by Yuan. And China, and again, another steal. So it's Kazakhstan who called the timeout, but it's backfired for them because they've turned it over twice. The horn set now, top of the key. That is a thing of beauty as the Peng Zhou knocks down a three. Hear the shouts of China from the behind the Chinese bench. China just 4 points from the ton. Good pass inside. Tough shot, wouldn't fall. Determined work by Bichayev. Just couldn't get a basket. Good hustle by all players. Bichayev from the floor puts it up. China just come right back at you, another three on the way. Count it! Oh, China right now are electric. The three up and good by Yan Haozhou, just 18 years of age. Great team basketball, do Team Dragon. Leland's rewarded here with a trip to the line on his dribble drive. Misses the first free throw. Leland with 20 points this evening on 33 minutes of play. He's been a warrior, really. And although he has those 11 turnovers, he has had the ball in his hands more than any other Kazakh player. He's going to come out and get a break now. It's a well-deserved handshake by all of his teammates. That pass just a little bit over elaborate. Shevchenko stops and pops, the shot drops. Transition basket by Kazakhstan. Tough drive, wouldn't fall. Good work inside. And it's that man again. Yuchenzo is showing how active he is on the backboard. 20 years old, 2'7". China have got to the ton. .25 points. China established their largest lead. They've certainly been impressive here in this preliminary round. Remember, they've never won this competition. China have won FIBA Asian Championships 16 times. They've just never won this FIBA Asia Challenge. Will this be the year? They're going to have to, amongst other teams, think about having to beat the hosts. They won't see them in the next round. That three won't fall. I see him in the elimination round. So Group E, the next group for both of these teams will consist of Chinese Taipei and China. They'll both go into the group with perfect 2-0 records. India with a 1-1 record. Jordan are 1-1. And the Philippines are 0-2, as will this Kazakh team be. Of course, Gilas Filipinas sent a young team to this tournament. They love their basketball in that part of the world, so an 0-2 record for those young players is something they're going to want to atone for in this next round. Little touch pass to Lemchenko. He's swarmed by red jerseys. Fouled. And Coach Edward Skrajpec, he can be proud of his team. I mean, they at times showed some promise and some composure. Just couldn't string together 10 minutes of play. Chinese would lapse for a couple minutes here or there. Chenko again, positive move. Makes the first. Lemchenko just 4 points on the evening. Baseline jump shot. Off the mark by Yuan. Handoff here. Michaev, his pass intended for Lemchenko, off the mark. And China heartless. They pump in another three. Clean look on the way by Yan Hao Zhao. He's made 2 from that same spot. Kazakhstan come back with a 3 of their own. China, they still with the break. And it smiles all around, as well it should be. This Chinese team are exciting. They're irrepressible, electric, play with great enthusiasm, great discipline. Just a couple of mental lapses here in the first, the third, and the fourth quarter, but they won it in the second quarter when they scored 33 points in the second quarter. As for Kazakhstan, right now the scoreline in this quarter is 17-15. Make that 17 all. Wouldn't the Kazakhstan squad love to win a quarter here? Just something positive to take away from this. Good steal. And this is an unsportsmanlike foul. The referee's got this spot on. It's Nikolai Bashkin with the steal. Fan with the foul. So Bashkin will step to the line for 2 free throws. It's an unsportsmanlike foul on Fan. Bashkin, 25 years old, plays for the Tigers Astana club in the domestic league, makes both free throws. Although the scoreline has China up comfortably right now, Kazakhstan are winning this quarter. They love to finish. Just a little something positive to take into the next round. Bullet pass, 3 on the way. Got it! Oh, Kazakhstan will finish. They'll be delighted with that. The basket made by Gubashov. But something very positive indeed for Coach Edward Skrajpets to take in to the post-game analysis. There's your final score. China win going away, 104-85. What was a comfortable win for the Chinese in the end. An impressive victory by a team that seemed to have plenty of weapons. There's your final score. It's 106-85. China win by 21 as the players meet and embrace at midcourt. This is a Chinese team who will go into the next round with a perfect 2-0 record. They pay tribute to some of their fans who've made the journey here or may reside here in Tehran. And that man there, Nan Lee, the coach of Team China, can be pleased with his team's performance this evening. Well, for me, Liam Canny, it is goodbye from Tehran. Join us tomorrow for continuing coverage of the 6th edition of the FIBA Asia Challenge.